Zoe, and this is Divinity Within Thee, where we take time to get in touch with the divine. Guys, happy Venus Day. Obviously, I'm wearing red for Venus Day, but also because I just felt like being a pirate. Some people were out there online talking shit for me being a pirate yesterday. Like, some people out there talking shit like, you always dress like this. Yes, bitch. Yes. This dress is a dress that I got in high school. This shirt was a dress I got in high school, I think, with my friend Heidi, that I cut to become this shirt. Yes. Yes. This has been my style for a very long time. But I have many styles. I'm not a conformist, you know? So what I understand within my divinity is that I have the ability to be anything I want to be. I can be whatever I want to be. I know I can be what I want to be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I want to be. I know I can. So today I'm wearing this rose. Rose, this red. Red. Dear universe, source, creators, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, aliens, archangels, galactic federation, ascended masters, all of those beings, higher beings of love and light, with the highest vibrational frequency possible and the highest timeline and outcome available for all. We thank thee for your presence, for your guidance, for your clarity, for your understanding, and for your presence, your protection. And so it is. Okay, guys. I slept so good. How you guys been sleeping? Now, there's been like really weird sleep schedules, but I finally like slept. Like last night, I feel like I just slept. I feel like I finally like let some things out and just slept. Super good. So let's see. What's the word? What's the word on the streets? Hello, everybody. Ciao. Bonita, thank you. I appreciate that. Princesa, no, more like a queen. Impresa. Hola. Hola. Mi amigos, ¿cómo está? Bien, si tú? So let's do some, I am from outer space, of course. I live in Bali, Indonesia. That's where I'm coming from today. From the future. If you're speaking Spanish, I'm coming from the future. Thank you, ancestors, for your protection. Let's see, what are we asking today? So beautiful today. Oh, lady, thank you. Thank you. Gracias. Yeah, isn't that a thank you? I haven't spoke Spanish. I tried to speak Spanish in a very long time. I'm on the other side of the world in Asia. So since today is Friday here, it is Venus Day. Venus Day. So let's see who wants to come out to play. I love this time. If you guys are, where are you guys at? Are you guys in like Mexico or where? Where are you guys at? What time is it? What country are you in? Messages for the collective. Messages for the collective. BC, British Columbia, Canada. What's up? Canada. My amazing, nice Canadians, eh? You guys are super nice. I love you. There's this guy I was hanging out with, and I was like, this guy is always so nice. And I'm like, where are you from? Because I thought he was from America, and I was like, this doesn't seem, maybe he's just well-traveled. And I found out this week that he's actually from Canada, and I was like, that makes way more sense. That's why you're so much nicer. But you sound like you're from the U.S. Mexico. Querétaro? 21:53 p.m. Evening, lovelies. Master Jesus. Okay, you guys in Mexico, you guys bringing out the forgiveness. You guys bringing out Jesus. You love your Jesus. Okay, your buddy Jesus. The energy of forgiveness. Okay, you guys. So just so you know, I'm a good witch. I'm Zoe. Nice to meet you. This is the Keepers of the Light. So there's a lot of different deities in here. Master Jesus, this card speaks about forgiveness. You are on the path to light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible. For some of you guys, San Miguel, yeah, of course. 7:45 p.m. in Canada. All right. So this is about the energy of forgiveness, right? And the blue is representing our higher level of consciousness, our higher level of awareness as we're tapping in, right? It's our connectivity to spirit or the ethers or anything like this, right? So for many of you guys, you can be healing. I sense a lot of the energy of just like the masculine collective or the collective in general, the masculine energy, the father energy especially, being healed at this moment. And that's kind of what Jesus was doing, right? He was at that space of healing, making this father wound, and letting people know, like, I'm a man, right? I'm a man. I come from this divine source, the same as you. And it's just about tapping into the higher knowledge and the higher learning to be able to heal, to be able to forgive. And sometimes when we forgive, it doesn't mean that we're just forgiving people for being shitty people. If people are shitty people, then we're not required to forgive them for them to feel better. The forgiveness is for ourselves, because when we don't practice forgiveness, it stays stored in our body, right? And the trauma becomes issues in our body. It becomes dis-ease that develops into many more things, and it can become different types of things, which we want to avoid. So just remember, when practicing forgiveness, it doesn't mean we're forgiving bad people for doing crappy things to us. It means that we're forgiving ourselves for maybe not making the best decisions or being in the best place or around the best people or whatever at the time, you know? Forgive ourselves for doing what we thought was best, right? Even our parents, our families, our siblings, something like this, like people that have done you wrong, like forgive them, be like, you know what, this is their level of understanding, this is their level of love or whatever, you know, and just kind of let it go. Just realize, like, I don't want to understand, you know, I used to go back and forth with myself, wanting to understand why people did things. Why do people do such crappy things to each other? And then I realized I don't want to go to that level, that frequency of thought pattern. I don't want to exist there. So I don't need to try to figure that out, right? Like, some things are better left untold or whatever. Like, we don't need to know why somebody else did something to somebody else unless it's personally involving us. Like, who cares? And even if it is personally involving us, like, it also doesn't kind of matter, right? What matters is, like, how we choose to respond to the situation that occurred, that we put ourselves in, or move past that, right? That's what matters. So that's why it's like, forgive. So not necessarily forgive someone that hurts you, but forgive yourself for maybe putting yourself, being vulnerable in that situation when you could have maybe been in a better situation. And then thank yourself for learning the lesson now and being in a better position and being of a better mind and mental and emotional state to where you won't let that happen again, right? And that's really what it is. That's why there's so much of the blue. Radha, soul flame, rediscover a lost part of yourself, experience relationship and harmony healing. For many of you guys, there's been a lot of relationship healing in the collective, and this isn't just for like divine union, okay? This is like has to do with our siblings, with our parents, with our family. And so what it is as we're bringing up some of these things, right? It's this energy, it's this Christ consciousness energy of understanding like, okay, like this person chose to do these things and that's their choice and they will have their karma that they will have to deal with, right? That's not my problem. You know, this lady, Mona, that I used to work for off of Santa Catalina Island, right? I used to work for her and she was like, listen, honey, I'm gonna give you the best secret to life, right? And she told me, everything boils down to two things in life, sweetie. And I was like, okay, what are the two things? And she was like, one, my problem. Two, not my fucking problem. And so she gave me this, she's like, this is the best piece of it, you know, the most important thing I could ever teach you in life. And she was like, when you come to a situation, that's how you have to deal with it, right? It is like, when things are overwhelming or they're requiring all this extra effort or energy, it's like, is this my problem? Because if it's not my problem, then I don't need to concern myself in letting myself become overwound up with it, right? And so this is what we do sometimes in relationships, because we get in this space, and this is with our family, this is with interpersonal relationships, this is with our friends, this is with our lovers, this is with partners, whatever, right? We get in this space where we kind of like forget, right? We're attempting to help the other person to heal, right? Because we feel like we got it, or maybe they need more healing or whatever. But we're not really realizing the whole point of the exchange, right? The point of the exchange of whatever type of relationship we have, whether they're family or sibling or paternal, whatever, it doesn't matter. Whatever the type of relationship is, the point is what type of relationship do you have to relationships? Does that make sense? So it's like, understand that people, like for instance, our families and stuff, when we came into the families, when we incarnated, we did that because we were supposed to learn these lessons. We were supposed to evolve as individuals to be able to reach this next phase, right? We chose them to put us in specific places or to learn specific lessons, right? And some of them we've been doing it with over and over, like their soul family, we've been doing it with for a while. And sometimes the situations that we're in, that we grow up in, are actually what trigger or activate or push us to our greatest thing, right? Our greatest goal, not our greatest goal. Come on, you guys. Where we have the most pain, right? Where we have the most problem, where we've had the most problematic things in our life, right? Where our trauma, where our pain, where the problem exists, is like where our soul's or life's purpose actually persists. So when you have, for instance, a circumstance of X, then you know that Y is going to be the complementary thing, right? Like, if you come from a very loving, secure place, then you can potentially like offer that to people, right? If you come from a more traumatized place and you've learned how to transmute that, then you can help people do the same thing, right? So this is kind of how it works. So what we have to understand is there is, when we're faced with these people, okay, they can be family members, they can be past, they can be exes, they can be narcissists, they can be business partners, they can be whatever, right? Whatever it is. When we're faced with these relationships, and this also goes for relationships that we have to food, to technology, to substance, to whatever, right? As we're acknowledging our relationships to things, what comes up that's constantly creating the problem is what we're supposed to acknowledge. Where is the lesson in that, right? And how can I create the harmony or the balance? Why is this a consistent repeat, right? Where is the loop? Where is the consistency? And what do I need to heal? Why does this keep coming up? Why am I feeling uncomfortable around or speaking or discussing or other people bringing it up, you know? And that's where we begin to communicate, right? Mercury. And as we open up and we bring these things to the surface and we open up this communication and we ask for help or we express the things that we're experiencing, the things heal. Get a weight off your chest, speak up with love and be heard. Yes. So people don't realize that a lot of healing the trauma, right? Most people not just want to be loved, like people need to be seen or to be heard. And for people that are healing, especially father or parental wounds, right? Let's say you're healing abandonment or whatever type of wounds from your parents, right? If you're healing these type of wounds, then what's going to happen is you're going to actually have to say the thing that hurts you. Now, for some people, they don't have the capacity or the ability. Maybe they didn't know their family. Maybe their parents have already passed. Maybe they have been adopted. Maybe they don't have, there's a reason why they don't have a relationship with their family. So they're not going to be able to sit and openly communicate that to those people to heal that. So does that mean that we don't still talk about it to heal it? No, it means we still have to talk about it. And even if you have to put yourself in a situation like where somebody is role playing, right? Like for instance, maybe someone steps in as this role of somebody's father, right? And is like, imagine I'm your father. And they're just like, listen, tell me what you have to tell me, son, daughter, kid, whatever. And because now you have written this letter or expressed it to this person that you're role playing with, listen, you were never there, or this didn't happen, or whatever, all these other things. Hello. You know, as you're expressing that, once you talk about it, once you've communicated it, you've acknowledged it, you've allowed it to create the emotions, it puts the energy that is stuck, okay, the trauma energy that is stuck in your body, and it allows it to now transmute, okay? That's why crying is very healthy for us, because the water is where so much memory is stored. So when we actually cry, it's allowing some of that to come out, right? It's basically liquefying crystallized things that were stuck in our body. And as our body is feeling that, and as we're experiencing that, whether it's a sadness, whether it's crying, whether it's angry, whether it's happy, sometimes people laugh once they've let this off their chest. You know, there's a lot of different things that people are experiencing. But the reality is first you have to express it, right? If you never shared it with anybody, then it remains stuck. The trauma, the thing, it remains stuck in your body. So emotions are energy in motion, okay? So when we bring things back up from the past that are uncomfortable, and that doesn't mean that we go to therapy every week and bitch about the same thing. No, that is not good, okay? That's why I work with Psych K method, because we like to identify the problem, right? We like to identify the thing and then get to it and then deal with that thing and not keep repeating the same thing, because again, the universe is constantly looking for signs to give you more of what you are omitting. So if you're omitting that there's always a constant problem, if you're omitting this and that, and it's going to give you more verification of that, right? So when you communicate, this is how I feel, and I'm not going to let this make me feel, I'm not going to let this person, this circumstance, this situation, like fuck up my day or let me feel bad, right? You've hit another level, right? You've hit a whole nother level, and then you get to this point. Yeah, you get to this point. Lord Ganesha, infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. Okay, it's like literally when it what's that saying? How does it go? Like energy flows where attention goes, right? So what we give attention to, what we acknowledge, what we talk about, what we keep whatever, hello guys, what we keep entertaining is where the energy is going, because that's what we have attention on. So if our attention is on something getting fucked up every day, then that thing's gonna get fucked up every day. If our attention is on the lack of something, then we're gonna have the lack of something. If our attention is on somebody not being there or not showing up or something not happening, then it's gonna keep not happening. Because that's the attention, it's given more attention than that, right? So, now you also have to know that Odin still wanted to come out. Okay, he was on the bottom and I was gonna take it and then I didn't. I decided I would shuffle and he still came out. So psychic insight, your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. Are you following your inner call? Are you listening to what feels like you should or have to, or how you have to deal with something? Like, are you dealing with it directly? Are you ignoring it, or are you acknowledging it, right? It's like, know what intuitively is feeling good and what doesn't feel good. And the things that don't feel good, like, just slowly start to remove them. And if they're things that have been around for a long time, again, slowly start to remove them until you feel better. Notice how you start to feel when you do certain things, okay? We have the sun in Scorpio and the moon in Virgo. So there's a lot about health and cleanliness and how people treat their bodies and their minds and their spaces. Okay, so that's a lot of this energy right now. Messages for the collective. Messages for the collective. Does anybody have any questions for the collective that are helpful to the collective other than, is somebody in love with me? Flexible. For some of you guys, you need to learn to be a little bit more flexible. Something may be coming to play. And you may not know why. You may not know why something is going to come into play, but you'll be ready for it in the Scorpio, in the Scorpionic energy, okay? You'll be ready for it as long as you're willing to do the work that the divine leads you to, right? That the fates lead you to, okay? So, so what I'm seeing here is, first we have flexible, which is the energy of 19, which is the energy of 10. So how you thought something was going to begin or start, or how you thought something was going to end, you need to be a little bit flexible with this, okay? You need to be a little bit more flexible with this. And you might not understand why right off the bat, okay? And it's okay to question. Number one, it's okay to question why, okay? Because when we question things, when we ask, why is this like that, instead of just being agreeable, we're actually creating this new pathway, right? Regeneration. What you're gonna find out is that something needs to be regenerated. Again, this is 46, so this is the energy of 10. So endings and beginnings, okay? So what you're gonna find out, and the why is 31, so that's 4, so forward movement. Because it's necessary to move forward, what you're gonna see though is, yeah, it's the regeneration. Something has to end in order for something to begin. What's gonna happen is the truth is going to come out. Someone has been hiding, or some truth has been hiding, some higher knowledge or information or something like this. For some of you guys, you can have a secret admirer, okay? The truth be told. Okay, so what's gonna happen actually for some of you guys, chop wood and the fates. For some of you guys, there can be actually somebody coming in. There can be somebody coming in asking you to be a little bit flexible with certain circumstances. For some, they may not be able to, they may have a hard time explaining all of the reasons why certain things need to happen. But if you understand that some things, again, some things have to end in order for things to begin, regenerate. if you understand that there's regeneration, so it means that some things need to be upgraded or recycled or renewed, like revamped, right? Something like this. Yeah, something. So maybe, so what I'm getting here is somebody had created a whole plan, okay? Somebody had created a whole plan to redo something or whatever, something like this. The situation is they don't know if it's what the other person wants, okay? Take it as it resonates, leave what's not for you. So they're not sure if the other person, now I don't know if this is masculine or feminine, doesn't matter, take it as it resonates. They're not sure if the other person is gonna love all of the ideas that they came up with because they were hiding something, okay? This mask here, this golden mask. They were hiding something. And that has to change somehow because this is the energy, 14 is the energy of 5. So it has to change. So maybe what has to happen is in order for this to actually work out, the person's gonna have to know the reason why. And it has to do with some type of like divine balance that has to come into play, some type of work that has to be done. And this is on a higher level, okay? This is on a higher divine level, okay? This is the energy of 6, okay? So chop wood to work. You know, when you start, you chop wood. When you finish, you chop wood. So it's like it's understood that there's still work that has to be done, that there's still things that have to be cleaned up, okay? There's still a couple things that need to be sorted, but this is a divinely directed, or how do you call it? Like a divine intervention or something like this, right? Because we have the fates here. With the energy of 17, so the energy of 8. So the abundance is going to come in 2, 4, 6. Do we take another one of these? No. Okay. Yeah, okay, well, poised. Okay, so they're telling you to remain poised, okay? For both? No. For masculine? For feminine? For feminine. Okay. So it is important that questions are asked. It may take a little time to find out all the information, okay? But know that it's like all in divine time, right? All in due time, but all in divine time, okay? So this is something, this is like a fated, like divine timing or something that's happening. Your father died on your birthday and you're still not over it. I'm so sorry to hear that. That is, you know, interesting thing about when people pass, right? Energy never dies. So the thing is energy, energy and like ancestors and things like this, they kind of want to be with us. And especially if they know that like we need their energy or something like this. Some can sometimes stay with us because they feel like there's something that they need to do that they didn't do. But some can stay with us to kind of be more protected. And sometimes what they do is they do that. They do their transition at these pivotal times to remain like an intensity for you, like, right? Because there's something deeper that needs to be processed or learned from that, and they don't want you to forget either something that they taught you or something about themselves. And so that's kind of I would guess why, because that's pretty intense. Unless you had like not a good relationship. I don't know. I can't, I'd have to like actually sit with it. You can schedule a private session if you want. We can tap in. I do medium work. I like to help people, to talk to people. There may be something that he needs you to do, you know, and this is really what it comes down to, right? Is the more that you speak about this, right? The more that you communicate how you're feeling and how it's making you feel, the more you'll figure out like what the lesson was, like what the reason was behind it, right? Because it's not for nothing, right? Everything that we're experiencing, again, energy in motion is our emotions, okay? So if you're feeling this stuck emotion or this, you have great respect for your father, you really loved him, yeah, so he wants to let you know that like he's always gonna be with you, right? You're always gonna think like it's maybe like his way of being like, I'm one with you, you know, like it's maybe he's letting you know, okay, hold on, he's coming through. He's letting you know that like death and birth are ongoing, right? Like he's like saying it's like never ending, it's infinite, right? So where one, it's like where one ends, the next begins, but not. So it's like infinitely intertwined. So the best thing I can tell you, you know, like I tap in, like my grandparents are with me a lot. My grandfather especially recently. And so like I tap in, like the best thing to do is to tap in, create a little altar or a shrine, you know, like a place. Maybe you have like his pictures or like a couple things, and you know, light an incense or a candle, right? You see that I have these things here. I have my incense, I have my candles, whatever, right? And I use that energy and I call in, you know, the angels, my ancestors. Like you can call him in by name. Sit and be silent, and you know, share your information, like share what you're going through. Maybe you need to, again, like write the letter to him, or maybe you need to sit in front of him. Maybe you need to make a voice note where you record everything, how you feel, like as you're expressing how it made you feel. I think that's the biggest thing, right? Is it really the communicating, the expression of how it made us feel. So for some people, it's harder for us to communicate, maybe to put it all into words, because it's something beyond this 3D reality. So like find other ways, right? Look at that at 3333. Find other ways. Like some people express themselves through performance, or some people express themselves through creating music or production, or through painting a picture or doing something, you know. And I would say like figure out a way for it to allow that emotion, the energy in motion, to get into motion, right? Because energy never dies. It only just transmutes. So if you're feeling this intensity, like you lost him, then a lot of what he probably felt as he was passing or in passing, like that he wanted to do more for you or with you. So know that anytime you're doing anything, call upon him and just be like, look, Dad, I did that. You know what I'm saying? Because what he's saying is like, he's there with you. That's why it's like, that's why he did that, because he wants you to know, like, it's not a punishment. It wasn't a punishment. He really wants me to like express that. It wasn't a punishment, and he doesn't want you to take it as a punishment. He just wants you to know that the energy, it just keeps going. So energy never dies. It has to transmute or it stays stuck. It either needs somewhere to go or to become, right? And so some, because our soul is like this energetic form, right? We're like batteries here. So some can stay. It can stay with you. It can stay with people that they love, and some can go to do the work. But the thing is the more that we hold on to missing them, like that they're gone, the less ability we have to tap in to the energy of them actually being present with us, if that kind of helps you. So that's why the best I can say is to make a little shrine or a little altar or something like this. And if you have to go and talk to him like every morning, every night, you know, like if you have to spend an hour or whatever there crying or meditating or sitting or saying all the things you never said or sharing what you need to share, because you still need that ear, like he's actually there, he's listening, the energy doesn't go. So it transmutes. You need to let it transmute. So figure out a way to either record the vocal or write it, because, and the reason why I'm saying this is it's not just for him about his father. This is really about energies, right? When relationships or partners, or when things end, sometimes we don't get these we don't get the closure, right? And so that's why the communication, in order for us to really, right, move things, move the obstacles, we have to get to this space of being able to communicate, of sharing what we're experiencing. And this is how we really get into more of the feminine energy, right? It's not everything just being all woman, feminine, you know, like it's not about that. It's about us saying, it's okay for me to feel sad because I lost a person that I loved, or because I didn't get to say goodbye, or because I didn't have closure, or because I'm fucking hurting. And it's normal to hurt when something traumatic happens. And it's okay. I'm going to need a day or a week or a month or a year, you know? And to just say, I'm okay knowing that I'm having this, I'm a infinite being having a human experience, and the reason why I'm having this human experience is to feel all of these emotions, is to be able to know what they feel like, right? Like that's why we incarnated here. We're just like, ooh, what is this? You know, because as we get to these higher levels of consciousness, we're not like fourth, fifth, whatever. This is more unity consciousness. This is more love. Like we're existing in these higher frequencies. So we're not experiencing the same things. Does that make sense? So we're here to experience the spectrum of happiness to sadness to whatever. And the opposite of depression, you know, of sadness isn't happiness, right? The opposite of depression is expression. So figure out, like, if you express yourself every day by saying, I want to break a plate, or I want to fucking scream in a pillow, or fucking splash in a pool, or make some art or whatever, then like express yourself however that is. I'm glad I could help you. I'm glad. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like things can still be very intense, right? Like it can be intense, like especially when we lose. Like I've lost so many things unexpectedly, like, and people, you know, like, and this is why, like, sometimes when people have this, when they're like, I love my parent and I lost my parent and that was really hard for me, and then you know, they have people like me where I'm like, they're like, oh well, both your parents are alive. I'm like, yeah, but they have zero interest. They're not very nice people. They never have been. You know, and it makes me feel sad because I'm like, why the fuck? What? But that's life. And sometimes what's happened is they've already learned their lesson, and so they realize that in order to allow the ancestral baggage or trauma or karma or whatever, they realize that they've done as much as they can do, and now they're passing it along. And so because of that, they it goes like to the next in line. And so maybe they realize like part of your healing or your journey to get to where you need to be. Yeah, waiting. Yeah, 3 of fire, 3 of wands. Yeah, waiting for your ships to come in, right? The thing that you've been waiting for, like the biggest thing, is going to be at the other side of this healing journey, right? Of because you're going to come out. Yeah, that's what he's telling me, is it's what makes you come out. It's what gives you your ultimate like life transition or something. Yeah, and it will bring you justice, okay? For some of you guys, there may have been, so back to collective. I mean, that energy is for collective in general, okay? It doesn't have to just say this parent. This can be for people that have already lost parents or whatever, you know, partners or whatever, right? Take what resonates, okay? For many of you guys, yeah, the flexibility is coming and having this patience, right? Waiting, waiting, waiting. Kind of tempering ourselves a little bit, tempering our times a bit. And, you know, sometimes we don't, sometimes we're in such a rush, right? The human mind has us in such a rush for something to happen the way that we need it to, when we want it to, whatever. And we don't understand that as we're dealing with divine orchestration, you know, we have to be a little bit more flexible. We have to show a bit more patience, right? We have to show a bit more patience because we don't know, like, we don't know all the things. See, and this is the energy of 5. We don't know all the things that are having to be changed and moved around behind the scenes in order for us to, you know, really like, for the next thing to fall in place for us, right? We don't know what all of those are. It's too many cards. What do we need to be patient and flexible with? Justice. Okay, for some, you can be waiting for some type of contract agreement. For some, this can be a legal standing matter. This can be a jurisdiction. This can be a business or a partnership. It's the energy of 11, okay? For some, what you're having to be patient or flexible with is that something is a little bit out of balance, okay? But it will come into, because justice was upright, it will come into balance, okay? For some of you guys, this can mean legal standings. This can mean legal or court, okay? Yeah, King of Earth, okay? This is regarding some type of stability or monetary situation, okay? Be patient. Be patient. All will be sorted. It is not quite sorted yet, okay? But action is being taken, okay? Yeah. Action is being taken to sort out the stability of this thing, okay? So whatever, some of you guys may have court or legal or some type of contract or finance. Now remember, during Mercury retrograde until the end of this month, don't sign any contracts, don't book things, don't buy tickets, don't make agreements, don't renew agreements. Wait until the end of the month. Wait until next month, okay? Do yourself a favor. Yeah, 6 of 5. Okay, why? Okay, for some of you guys, some of this legality can be dealing with somewhere you're needing to go. 6 of Fire. Okay. Also, it's 6 of Fire is like bringing in victory, right? So the reason why is because maybe there's more. This is very interesting. Okay, it's like by the book. Okay, maybe it's taking. Maybe time is flying by. Maybe more time's passing, because they're really looking into things by the book. They're doing things by the book, okay? But there is going to be victory, right? Look at this. Space, float, ship, whatever. Yeah, that's like a winning card, okay? Yeah. Something that you've been waiting to. Something that was taken. Because something was taken that didn't belong to you, collective. What is this? What is this that was taken? Money. It can be inheritance. It can be a house, wealth, stability, business. But yeah, your stability, your fortune, okay? Your fortune was taken. And not just taken, it's taken and been held on by somebody else, okay? Queen of Fire. So this could have been a fire sign, okay? Doesn't have to be a female, but I am sensing like a trifling asshole, like a Jezebel energy with the fire sign. So Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Someone did this. Also Earth sign, Capricorn, strong Capricorn. Yeah, it's being sorted out. We have the Emperor and the Judgment. Emperor and the Judgment. So what does that mean? That means it's getting sorted by the king. The king out there, the emperor out there. We're building empires. We're sorting it, okay? Does this go to regeneration? Okay, yeah. So creating new form, new structure after judgment has been placed, okay? This is the judgment call, okay? This is, again, higher divine people, okay? For many of you guys, what's going on is the emperor for divine unions, the emperor that you've been waiting to come in for, okay? He's saying, be patient. He's sorting everything out. He's first acting. So first, I guess, for someone to go from being a page or a knight to in this position of emperor, right? And being seen and judged as an emperor, right? In this space, in this emperor space, right? In order for that to actually happen, that means that the emperor and the empress embody all of the other kings or queens in the deck, okay? So what we see over here is be patient, be flexible, right? We see the King of Earth, right? He's working on stability, and the King of Air, okay? He's working on actions, maybe contracts, writing words, something like this, okay? So already with the Justice, that's why I say contracts and be patient. So they're waiting for something to come into play. Now then, also, because of that, right? And then we see the Emperor here. It tells me that this masculine has been working to operate, okay? So this is stability, this is money, this is someone that's ready to take action, that knows what they want, that are moving towards what they want. Yeah. The Three of Fire, again. This is somebody that's been working on it for a while, that knows, that isn't afraid to put in the work, that's been waiting for their ships to come in, okay? They are, yeah. This isn't a new path, okay? This isn't a new path for them. This isn't something new. This is something that has been their path, their course. Like the course has been set for an extended amount of time, okay? So that's what they're regenerating. They're rebuilding everything. Yeah, Ace of Earth, yeah. Because when they come in, and this is this stag, this deer, stag, really not a deer. But this is indicative of the divine masculine. That's why they wanted me to use this deck, I guess. So yeah, this is something, it's like something you've been waiting for, something you've been wishing for. And because of all of these things that had to happen, okay, it's allowing them now to, after this regeneration and all of this stuff. I think before, the masculine was trying to get the feminine to chase. Okay, it was a power play. It was a manipulation or a control thing, because they thought that they could do that, because that had been the way, this push-pull, this cat-mouse game for so long. Okay, and what happened is when feminine said, no way, I ain't, like, I will sail my own ship to safety if I have to. If I don't feel safe, I'm gonna fly a ship. I'm gonna commandeer a ship and fly it away if I have to. Do you know? And so what it did is it forces masculine to actually start to investigate, to start to look deeper and see what was going on. And as they did that, what they started to see is the fact that she's demanding, has like these requests that's demanding certain things be met, they are now beginning to see where before they thought it may have been a pain in the ass. Okay, they still think you're a pain in the ass. Okay, thank you. But they understand the reason why, and the more that they go deeper, right, the more that they investigate this why you do things the way that you do, because they thought that you were just a wild card, feminine. They thought that you were just like ready to fly ship, to jump ship, like for any reason, and they couldn't understand why, right? They couldn't understand the reason or the logic. Okay, a lot of them may be trying to understand. Okay, if many of the feminines are anything like me, or if you're water sign, okay, I'm strong Scorpio. You're never gonna understand why I do something unless you fucking ask me why. I can tell you, but we remain mysterious. Like, it's strategic. Chess, just like chess, bitches, just like chess. It's strategic. Okay, you may never get why, but as they started to do this, and as they started to see, right, before they may have been questioning why she was doing things the way that she was doing, right? They may have thought that she was trying to control, or trying to say everything has to be my way. And she's like, yeah, well, console control. Like, I may be, my dick may be bigger than yours. I may be the leader, but like, I'm just holding the lantern. Do you know? Like, I ain't trying to fuck you in the ass like you are trying to everybody else. Like, I'm trying to hold the lantern to guide your way. And that's the truth. The truth that's being told is like, listen, do you want to follow me? That's where the real passion starts. But you have to understand that going to, so tell us more about this. Tell us more about this, truth be told, this Six of Air and this Ace of Fire. Okay, for many of you guys, this person that's coming in really wants to protect you, okay? And they will fucking cut anybody's nuts or head or whatever off that doesn't want to do that, okay? The Seven of Fire, okay? This is protection, defense also, but like they think that you're special, okay, feminine? You are like a unicorn. You are like a magical creature, okay? And they will do this. They will, this Queen of Air, this Queen of Swords. For many of them, they love that you're definitive about your decisions, that you're not taking any shit. They love that you know your power and your magic, okay? For others, it's, they will protect you no matter what. Like, that's your ride or die. They see your value, okay? They see your value. For many of them, they want to protect you, truth be told, they want to protect you by taking you elsewhere, okay? That's what the Six of Air and the Fire is, and they want to take you not just somewhere, they want to take you somewhere for pleasure and for play, for safety and for maybe not so, maybe find a safe word. Ten of Cups. They want to take you all the way. They want to connect with you. Maybe they don't know how to quite share their emotions, and maybe they can express them better through touch or through physical. Is that what's going on? Yeah. Messenger of Earth. Okay. So for many of them, I'm picking up two things, okay? For many of them, they want to be able to express it. They want to physically be in the same space, and they want to physically be able to express this with you. Yeah, they want to hold on to you. Look at this, the Four of Earth. They want to hold on to you, Hermit, and never let you go. They may want to keep you away from other people. They want to claim you as their own. Yeah. They don't ever want to let anybody else hurt you. Wow, you guys, this is really beautiful. But they want to hold on to you. They want to cherish you like the treasure that you are. And whatever they have to cut off to protect you, wherever they have to go, however they have to please you. So the truth that is gonna come in is they've been hiding that. They've been hiding that from you. They've been hiding this information from feminine because they've been doing work or what? Because they haven't known how to express their emotion properly. They've been working on it. That's what they've been working on, okay? 10 of air. Because I think many other people in the past have hurt these people, okay? Like divine, for feminine and masculine both, okay? We've been very hurt, okay? We've had a lot of people that have done a lot of things, okay? And they want to do whatever they have to do the work to be able to heal this, okay? They want to share it. They want to be able to free. They want to set you free, but they want to help. They want to be that safe space, okay? With this Hermit in the reverse, they want to be that safe space. They want to be the keeper of your heart, the keeper of your secrets. For many of you guys, what I'm getting here, yeah, is because there's wounding. Because there's wounding, because there was cheating, because there was abandonment, because the people were stabbed in the back, because people weren't emotionally available, because people were hiding and pretending something that they didn't know. And I think, you know, that has been kind of the twin flame journey, right? That has been the journey of making us face the things in ourselves where we are not meeting ourselves at these higher levels. Once we have created this base minimum, right? This level where people have to meet us at, or people have to match us at, right? Once we've created that, we stop allowing these other energies, right? They go from swords in our back to feathers we can just blow off, you know, like go on, dust your shoulders off, okay? For many, it's been work because the masculine knows at some point in time that he abandoned feminine. Okay, for many, he could have even ghosted feminine. For many, he could actually owe feminine. May owe something to feminine. Maybe hiding. Okay, so what they've been hiding for all this time, okay, is their fear of you abandoning them. And I don't think it's just you, but I think because they didn't recognize who you were, feminine, for so long, that they feel like because they have abandoned you for so long, that it's going to be the karma that comes back to them somehow. So, you know, I don't think that that's what it is, okay? I think what you guys need to understand when you are, it's like two hearts, okay? Two emotional depths of, okay, this is the depth. The moon is our emotion. It can be things that are hidden, okay? The 6 of earth. This is about giving and receiving. This is about the reciprocity, okay? So the masculine knows that the feminine has given a lot more emotionally, mentally, over time, like has had to suffer a lot more emotions. And now they want to come in and make that balance. Whether or not that's directly this masculine or the fates, okay, or higher divine rule, I'm not sure, but there's something that they have been working on. Okay, for some of you also, what they are going to come in and tell you is they actually had to abandon somebody else to come to be back with you. And They were trying to sort it out. They wanted to kind of keep it a secret. They wanted to make it fair or equal or in reciprocity, but that's not exactly how it happened, okay? That's not exactly how it happened. Temptation, the devil energy, okay? And this person can be Capricorn, doesn't have to be, but what's going to happen is this other person or this situation is they abandon you. Masculine abandon you for this other person. And not only that, they've been lying about paying this other person, providing money or security or something else to this other person. A lot. And for what I'm catching here is what's going on is they've been paying a lot of money to keep this person quiet. But this person, I think, is still going to speak. This Jezebel, she's going to keep enjoying all of her treasures and all of her things, but for some reason, what I'm getting is that masculine went away. He realized that this Jezebel was the karmic, and he's going to do all these things to express his actual true love. Yeah, to express his actual true love to the real divine feminine. But he knows in order to do that he's gonna have to tell the truth. Gonna have to tell her everything. So now he's trying to get to her before this bitch gets to her, to tell her the truth. And he's having a hard time with that. It caused quite a fight. 5 of fire. Caused quite a fight with a messenger of air. Action, okay? It caused quite a fight. Because what's going on over here? 9 of water, 9 of air. Yeah. Because they know divine feminine is their fated, their everything. They're not in water. They know that that's the wish fulfillment. They know that she's the diamond in the rough. Some love spell or something wore off. 9 of air. They're obsessed. And for many of you, it may not just be masculine that's obsessed. It may also be this other karmic that's also obsessed. And what's going on now is masculine is worried because this karmic, okay, so for many of you guys, this karmic may have drug masculine back down in this fighting and taking this action to where they may be stuck with this karmic now. Because look, love, it's not the lovers, it's love. It's the divine feminine there herself. Okay? This can be Leo energy that comes into play, or strong fire sign energy. Yeah, so poised. So feminine stays poised in love and attracts the thing that she wants. Yeah, she doesn't chase. The Hangman, and she won't be having to wait very long, okay? The Hangman is in reverse here, okay? Someone or something that she's been manifesting or that has been manifesting her is really here. Look at that. The Fool. Someone is taking a leap of faith. Someone is doing it. Someone is, yeah. Someone that has been waiting for a long time, I think, that has been held up. The Hangman, because the Hangman is in reverse, the Fool is going forward. Love is here under the remaining poised and transformation, okay? This is the card of Scorpio. Again, this is the death and rebirth, okay? So by cutting this other situation off, rebirthing, okay? Feminine is rebirthing. Yeah, look at this, the Sun. It's going to bring in all of the wishes, all of the dreams, all of the happiness because she chose to transform. Because she chose to follow what is her happiness, even if it's with or without you, something like this. And it's going to bring in a really passionate lover, okay? Doesn't have to be a fire sign, and just the King of Fire just means there's a lot of passion. This is going to be a very passionate lover, okay? So now we have somebody that is stable, someone that takes action, someone that is passionate. We have the Ten of Water here, but we don't have the King of Cups. Let's see. Yeah, this is a wish fulfillment coming true. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, stay poised. Stay poised, feminine. Okay, stay poised here on your own. Do not settle. Okay, you are calling in. Yeah, you're creating the work for the universe to actually call in this proper thing. Yeah. Something that's been hidden. Okay, something that the universe has been hiding from you. Seven of Air. Something that's been a secret. Eight of Earth. Something you've been working on. Maybe you guys have been in secret working on your own projects. Keep it like that. Okay? Keep it like that. Don't let people know your moves. Two of Air. Yeah. Do not tell people the decisions that you make. Okay? Do not. But this will be... What this is saying is that it's going to be Queen of Earth, Seven of Earth. You're going to be stable. You're going to be stable and secure. This is something that has been, okay, stable and secure, feminine, okay? Queen of Earth and energy, okay? This is like having wealth, having land, having everything. Seven of Earth. This is having farms, things, businesses, property, okay? What else can you tell us for Divine Feminine, please? Fortune, Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. That's right. So when, whoa. Okay. As soon as they learn how to not let this third party situation affect them, okay? We have the Three of Water and the Three of Air, okay? So normally this is third party and this is heartbreak, okay? We have the Hierophant in the center, okay? So for many of you guys, this can mean once they've learned to cut out the third party interference, okay? Once they stopped allowing it to affect them mentally or whatever, and this can be anything, okay? This can be addictions, this can be trauma, this can be something. It's like once you've learned to control that, once you've learned how to change that, the Hierophant, right? Once you've committed, okay? If you have committed that, you know what? I'm not going to deal with people that are going to break my heart. I'm not going to deal with any third party. Like, I'm not going to deal with this. Now, for some of you guys, this can just be what the masculine finally decided. They said, you know what? Fuck this. I've learned my lesson. I know what heartbreak looks like. I know what this looks like. I know that this thing feels like something different, but I'm going to go for it. Okay? They're going to go for it. They're going to go for it. What's holding them up? The High Priestess. Okay, what's holding them up is that they know that feminine is going to be able to read everything. So for some of you, that means they don't have the element of surprise. For others, this means that they know that they're going to have to come to truth. Maybe they're not ready to share all of their truths, you know? So the best thing I can say as far as that's concerned, you guys, and this can just be that maybe they're not spiritual at all, and maybe Divine Feminine is super spiritual, and that it's something that they don't understand. Okay, it can be part of that. It can be, okay, yes, what they're telling me is a strong yes. They may feel that because they're not spiritual, or because they're not spiritually connected or in tune as much as feminine, that she may not want them. Now for some of them, they want to come in and they want to have feminine actually teach them. They want to be like you. I'm hearing this Jungle Book song. Ooby-doo, I want to be like you. They want to learn how you do it. Okay, so for many of you, they're like, yes, let me tap that on many levels. Let me tap the knowledge. Let me tap that, you know. But for some of them, it's something that they're hiding, okay? It's something that they're hiding that maybe they're not ready to share yet. So if you have something like that, like where you're like, listen, there's something that I'm still kind of healing from that is a bit sensitive. It's around this subject, so I'm cool to answer things like, but can we step light around this, or can we not touch that? Or I don't know, maybe that's the best thing you can do. Yeah, because this 5 of water keeps coming up. Okay, so for many of you, what can also be part of it is that masculine, because feminine has these stronger abilities, masculine knows that she's gonna feel, because she can feel, she can sense and she can feel. So he knows something that he's gonna say or do, or something that he said or done, or maybe people that he's been connected with or sleeping, something like this. She's gonna feel it. That's what he's scared of, yeah. Letting more time go by doesn't fix it, masculine. So let's see, yeah, so that's why we're not getting any water signs coming up. The 3 of Earth. Yeah, he's doing the work. For many of you, some of them are not doing the work, the 3 in reverse. So have they sorted their emotional intelligence yet, though, is the real question. For some of them, they're still being caught up. They could still be in a spell. They could be staying potentially, or still caught up or fighting with this older fire sign or fire sign female. Okay, it doesn't have to be a fire sign, but this fucking poor ass Jezebel spirit, okay, whoever this is, I'm sensing strong. They have strong fire in their chart, okay, the female. So for many, that can be what's fucking masculine up, and masculine just has to fucking cut it off. Yeah. He hasn't made the choice to cut it off. Okay. So until he makes the choice, right, as long as he wants to hold on to trying to protect both sides, he's never going to be able to come to make this commitment to the Empress. Okay, look at this. The High Priestess, the Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune, with the 4 of Earth. So now what this can mean in a very positive read is, no matter what, they're going to hold on to this inner knowing, to their intuition, because that's what brings them to this place, right? Feminine's unwavering commitment, right, to the divine, to the connection to divinity, is what turns the wheel of fate in her direction every time. Her commitment, the Hierophant, learning in depth, learning more, making the commitment to a better future, to a better life. Yeah, look at that, the 10 of Earth. She chose the future, she chose the fortune, she did not choose the temptation. Funny how in history it's said that Eve took a bite of the apple, but I think it may be the other way around. That's why we have the Adam's apple. That shit got stuck in the man's throat. Tried to blame it, got stuck there. I think the goddess made it stuck there to be like, you're gonna choke on your words forever. Try to blame me. Yeah. Learn your lesson. Look at that. I'm telling you guys. So let's get a different deck. Let's get a different deck of tarot. Yeah, okay, for many, they understand, for this new masculine, for this new person coming in, okay, they're never going to succumb to temptation. They're never going to make you feel abandoned or less than. They're never going to let you let these thoughts run in your mind. They're not. They're going to give you that reassurance, okay? They're going to offer you that emotional security. That's going to be the first thing that this next person offers you. Balance, safety, and emotional security. It's literally going to be the first thing. Or that's what they've been working on to offer you. Yeah, 3 of Wands. 6 of Wands. Yeah. Justice. Yeah, so for many of you guys, they want to come in and say, listen, I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to sort this out, okay? Whatever you've been waiting for, whatever needs to be sorted, I'm going to sort it. I'm going to sort it all for you. For many of you guys, what I'm picking up on is masculine, yeah, transformation, okay? This masculine wants to come in and just transform your life. Messenger of water. They want to sweep you off your feet. They want to show you what magic is like. They want to show you their magic wand. They want to show you their wizard's wand. Feminine, they've been waiting. They've been waiting to show you some magic tricks, sticks, whatever they got for you, okay? They've been waiting, yeah. And they are not going to take no for an answer, okay? They want to be victorious, okay? Yeah. And they want to take you somewhere, okay? Yeah. They want to take you somewhere. They want to take you somewhere away from people, okay? You are like their light. You are like their muse or their siren or something like this. Let's do the Robin Hood. This one is normally super divine. Yeah, look at this, guys. Super divine. Yeah, they want to give you, okay, for many of you guys, whether you're masculine or feminine, this person has been waiting. Yes, forever, has been waiting forever to find this balance, to find this person that has the same heart, that has the same type of heart or the same type of soul as them. Someone that will give and receive love in the same way, that sees things in this same way. Look at, again, you guys. They want to offer you this security. They see you as this security. They see you as this match. They see you as someone that can teach them, that they can learn from, that you guys can learn together, that there is abundance, that you guys can come up with these passionate new ideas and conceptions together, that you guys can heal together, that you guys will literally be victorious at anything you take on, even things that come in, even sadness, even losses, okay? Yeah. Yeah. They see you as this, wow. They see you as this everything. So yeah, they see you as their beginning and their ending, okay? For many, the karmic or the fake person could have done some things to try to throw your balance off, to try to fuck you up, to try to fuck up maybe your union, your job, your work, your mental, your stability, everything like that, okay? Some people that have been trying to attack you, that have been gang stalking, fighting, anything like this, collective, they are, the long arm of the law is coming down, okay? It's coming in hot. And because they try to throw you so far off balance, they're going to be the ones standing there looking foolish. Many of them may already be standing there looking foolish, okay? They may be standing there. So what I was getting is whoever disrupted this can be technically, it can be a couple, okay? Where there is an older ex-fire sign, okay? Fire sign woman, and there is a man also, okay? So this can be a couple, okay, that did this, yeah. Yeah, old lovers secretly, okay? And they've been setting this up for a while to offer you this cup of love, to extend it, to give you this, to offer you this happy ending and all this other stuff, to get you there by yourself, to manipulate the situation, to show you, oh, we're past life, this and that this person is this person that they're not. So you wouldn't leave them. And now they're worried. They're worried, collective, because you've left them behind. You've fucking cut them all the way off. There is no death in reverse. There is no transmutation, okay? You're not, they're not coming back. You're not coming back, okay? They're not coming back. For many, this can mean, again, the world in reverse, with death in reverse, King of Swords in reverse, High Priestess. So for many people that were actually trying to put these spells, to try to put heart attack spells, death magic spells, spells against people's work, spells against people's love, spells against people's actions, okay? Against collective. You guys, that's coming back around, okay? That did not go. For many people, they're trying to do like this, what am I picking up on? Like graveyard magic, which is funny because all it's doing to divinely connected people is giving them more energy and more victory and making the other people foolish. Why? Because the collective is spiritually gifted. The collective is spiritually guided. Yeah, they are the wish. They are the dream. They are the fucking blueprint. They are what brings humanity and everything forward, okay? They are the vehicle. They are the spaceship. They are love because of that. Because all they ever give is love. They will be vindicated, right? Justice will be theirs, okay? All these people that try to do all these things, nah. And for some of you, this masculine, this magician is coming in. They may have been ending some people's shit. They may have been ending some people's, well, you know, their rule. Okay, they may have shut down some of their businesses, some of their communications. They may be blocked, okay? For some of you guys, like I'm having many problems with my communication being blocked, my accounts, everything like this. And I don't look at that, the glitch in the system. And I don't go about, like, I'm not going to go about resetting that shit. Why? Because I know people are trying to fucking hack my shit. They're not waiting for messages. They already know. They know. They chose the wrong team. They know that they're yeah, for these people that were trying to do these magics, to do this magic, death magic and stuff like this, that shit will come back. You will start to see the people that you cared about, things that you cared about, okay? If it doesn't come directly back to that person, it's something that's really important to them. Yeah, the magic failed, backfired, bad. Bad, and the third party is fucking going crazy. Going crazy. Maybe the masculine that thought he had a bunch of choices now doesn't have a bunch of choices. For some of you guys, they can be so fucking sexually or whatever irritated by feminine, like they're so turned on, they're so obsessed that they're fucking all these other people, okay? And what may have happened is somebody may have fucking said, like, they're not good, they're dirty. They're dirty, right? They got a judgment call. People saw homegirl that's raising, she's the phoenix. She's divinely guided, like, and now he's out of options. Now he's out of options of where to stick the dick. And the third party that was in on it with them, they going down too. They may have already been taken down. More information, please. More information, please. Yeah. They're trying to figure out what to offer. They're trying to figure out what to offer to feminine when all they ever offered her was fucking heartbreak. She don't need nothing. She good on her own. She will have justice. She will have her happy ending. She's emotionally whatever. And that will be, for some, that will be the punishment. Okay? The masculine that chose the fucking Jezebel, that chose to keep his options open. That hurt the heart, yeah. That didn't offer the stability. That wasn't there. What is going to happen is they get to end up with this fucking karmic. Okay? they get to end up with this karmic. They may be having a family with this karmic. They may have already had a family with this karmic. They may have thought it was a quick lover in and out, but that's not how it's turned out to be. Secrets or deceptions. For some of you, they can say that they're pregnant. They may be pregnant with his child. For others, masculines, if this bitch says she's pregnant, test, okay? There's something hiding there because there's multiple lovers, okay? They're trying to keep you caught up so you don't go to the Empress, okay? They're trying to keep you so you don't walk away. They want to, someone sneaky is trying to play like you're their wish fulfillment because they know you've already let them go, okay? They tried to pretend to be the high priestess. They try to pretend to be feminine, but they can't. There's no comparison because they don't have the love, okay? Masculine is beginning to feel like what it actually feels like to have this love from the feminine taken away, right? What it feels like to not have somebody waiting there, to not have this protection, this inner light that they've always been able to tap to before. Yeah. And they're like, why did I do all of this stuff to feminine? Why would I have done that? Why didn't I defend her? That was my fucking family. They needed me and I wasn't there. I wasn't there. I was being a bitch, taking care of everybody else. Then feminine. My ego. Taking care of my ego, getting the attention instead of taking care of the feminine. Wow. Masculine, are you really trying to get the feminine? Or are you gay out there? You hanging out with your friends and doing all this other stuff instead of taking care of feminine? What you doing out there, guys? What you doing? More information. More information. Yeah. Because they didn't want to make the decision. Because they thought by not making the decision, they wouldn't break any hearts. Because they knew if they chose one or the other, that they were going to break 3 hearts. That it would break their heart. And they didn't want to make the decision because they didn't want to feel the pain. They wanted to keep both fucking cups running. How'd that work out for you? It didn't. It didn't. It didn't. They got your dick wet, but it didn't work out. You sitting there like a dumb fool. You know what you succeeded at? Being the master fool and not being able to get another start with feminine. Now you just got the third party and your whole world is ended. You lost everything. Where you thought you were super magic the magician, now you over there and everybody's laughing at you. Because you ain't got no self-control because you're weak. Because you let your dick do your deciding for you, and they don't look at you like this fucking, oh, like the ladies' man anymore. They look at you like a fucking, like a little whore. Like you have no self-control. What kind of man doesn't have self-control? What kind of man can't keep his shit in his pants? Someone that's too afraid. I'm not gonna miss. I'm gonna take every opportunity I have. That's what kind of man. The kind of man that sees every fucking hole, every drink as an opportunity to take a sip of. Damn. Look at that, yeah. And now he's over there crying like, damn, I messed this up. The divine offered me this thing, but I thought because she loved me so much, I could go and stick this other places, not realizing while I'm focused on this third party's being a bitch to her, not realizing actually needing more attention from feminine is a low frequency, childish game. And I'm thinking with my dick, not with my mind or my senses, not with my emotional intelligence. And that was life-changing. Look at that 4 and that 1. Life-changing. You can sit there while you're ignoring me, trying to get more attention, while you're ignoring feminine, trying to get more attention. You can keep staring. You can keep giving that dick to those third parties. Enjoy. Enjoy. Work, 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 work. Enjoy your options, bitch. The Phoenix is judgmented the fuck out. Day of judgment has arrived. So, yeah, the King of Wands. So for many of you guys, you're just figuring out what the balance is. Now, I would guess from the fact that I lost the followers that there were some men there that have been doing those bad things, huh? Don't want to listen to me no more when I call you out? Oh, I thought you like it when I call you out. Oh, that's just your name. Or please, or more, or no, or stop, or daddy, whatever. Men don't like being called out. They just like when you call out, So what's coming in for feminine? This cup of love after this breakdown. Look at that big, icy cup of love overflowing. She ain't sad, she ain't crying. She knows when something goes, something better enters. I don't know that I've ever lost something and lost more. I mean, yeah, I've lost and lost things, but generally there's like some type of like exchange or upgrade that happens. So there's no foolish choice. So when you trust in this and when you're like, you know what, I'm not gonna cry over that shit. That's some dumb shit. I'm not gonna cry over it. And I'm not gonna go around chasing and giving chances to other dudes. Like, a motherfucker better come directly if they have something to say. That's the only way. That's the only way, okay? That's the only way they get victory. Is by taking the actual action, by showing up, by having something other than just their dick to offer, and by not being in this energy, in this devil energy, and this still dealing with third parties, with addictions, with problems, with whatever, okay? Get out of it, okay? Feminine is looking for masculines that are like, ready. I'm ready to go, ready to take you somewhere. I've done the work. I know what's up. I'm ready to make the commitment to you. I'm ready to give you what you need. I'm ready to eliminate all these people that did all these things to you. I'm ready to give you that safety. I'm ready to take action towards whatever you need me to take action to. You just tell me what to do and I'll do it, okay? You want to go somewhere? You want people to go somewhere? Let me know. Okay, masculine, okay. They'll do it right when you tell them. No Knight of Pentacles energy. You just let them know. They have so much love for you. They don't give a fuck. They will defend you. They will defend you to the ends of the earth. Okay? They want you to consider them as their strength, as their power, as their safety. Okay? The Emperor. Okay? They want to offer you this safety. And anybody who doesn't give you that safety, they will destroy them. Literally. They will take everything from them in their life. They will leave them. They will leave them with no work, no anything, nothing to do but to sit with themselves, okay? And for many, they have been doing it, okay? This Justice with the King of Swords, okay? For many of you guys, your family could have fucked you over, and that's what they've been doing, okay? That's what they've been secretly working on, is eliminating that problem. And that's what they're going to come in. They're going to come in and show you all of the ways that they want to provide support and protect you. Yeah. From all of these people that have been doing all this stuff. Amazing. Where are you? Yeah. Never going to let you go. Never going to give you up. They're obsessed. They are obsessed. Why are you so obsessed with me? They are obsessed. They want to come in and make this commitment. Okay, for many of you guys, it looks like they're taking action. How can you tell us, like, how soon this is happening? We have the Phoenix Judgment. As soon? As soon as you decide. Really? As soon as you decide, your wish is their command. Your wish is their commitment. Come on. It could be 2 hours, 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. It can be January or February. Oh, 1, 2, 12. It can be in December. In December. December? Be December. Before December. For many of them, 2-2. 2-2. It can be the February 2nd. For many of you guys, it can be by the 22nd. By the 22nd or the 21st. In reverse, so it can be 2nd, 1st, 12th, 21st, 20th. 2 can be February. The ones and the 2s can also be December. For many of them, it's right away because the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords is like quick action. It's like something that's happening right now, okay? 1 day, 1 week, 1 moment, something like this. What is this? By the 11th, also I'm getting 11, 10. Too many cards, bitches, too many cards. Yeah, the Sun. They're completing something to make you happy. Okay, for many of you, it can be a fight or something that happened maybe between some type of family members or ex-lovers or something like this, some type of third-party situation. They want to celebrate with you, so this can be for some type of, they want to know if that's going to be okay or if it's going to be too much for you guys. They want to know your level of celebration. They want you to feel comfortable in it. Like for instance, they want to see you at a celebration, and if you don't drink, they don't want to drink. If they see you, maybe they want to have a celebration or a party for you, something like this. It can be something that's coming up. They want to see you as their family. For many of you, they want to introduce you to their family. For some of you, they want you to walk away with them, to go away with them, and to start a new family. They see you as their family, okay? They see you as this happy ending, right? For some of you, they want to go away and start this new family because, maybe there's just traumatic stuff that happened with the family or something like this, right? They want to start new. They want to start new. And they don't want you to be single anymore. They want to come in and change your world. So the person that's coming in, I think, is very wealthy. Could be very well off. Or something can be happening. Yeah, Emperor again. So the Emperor is somebody with the energy of everything has already been, he's already running empires. Do you know what I'm saying? He's got castles, he's got crews, he's got, do you know what I'm saying? Like, look at that, at 100. It's like everything has already been taken care of. You don't need to make any decisions. The only decision that you need to make, feminine, is if you need something to be changed. If you wanted something a different way than how they prepared it. Now, they've been preparing it for a long time, okay? Maybe since Leo season, okay? Yeah, I feel like many of them since Leo season, since August, okay? They've been preparing this or wanting to bring this to you. But yeah, this Emperor energy, that means that they have everything. They've already worked on it, okay? They want to work on things with you, but they've already figured out how to work everything out. So when they enter as the Emperor, okay? When they enter as the Emperor, they can just take care of you. Yeah. You don't have to worry, okay? You don't have to worry about getting things in order, about taking care of things. Everything will already be taken care of. They want to come in and they need to see you face to face, okay? They need to tell you face to face. They understand that something's been going on. They understand that in order to have victory and to offer you this and to give you anything, that the action has to be face to face. Okay? For some of you, that can be the holdup. Maybe they were in a different location. For many, they're trying to set up a celebration. For many, they were trying to set up a celebration that they worked really hard on, or a bunch of people worked really hard on. And because they were so worried about making this thing perfect, you didn't even show up. Feminine didn't even go. Because she wasn't feeling secure, stable, safe. So now they're upset. That may have cost a lot of money and a lot of effort, and they think that feminine is a bitch. Feminine's not a bitch. She's just making calls that keep her protected. Okay? She doesn't have the protection until she has the protection from somebody that she knows that isn't a higher source or a governmental source. Do you know what I'm saying? She's hanging out. Yeah. She's hanging out. She ain't gonna miss. If somebody missed an opportunity, they know. Do you know? Like they either already know that they made their choice and they can sit with it, or they know what they have to do. You know, like they know what they have to do. They know they have to speak to her. Any more messages for the collective? Any more messages for the collective? This is somebody from your past, okay? This can be a love that returns. Okay. Yeah, this is somebody that can return. This may be somebody that you've been waiting for to celebrate with. Okay, this may have been somebody that was stuck up in a third party, but now they're excited. They want to celebrate with you. I'm going to show you guys my outfit today. Sorry, I forgot. My friend told me. So, somebody asked the other day. They made some fucking comment the other day. Oh yeah, you always dress like this? Yes, I always fucking dress like this, you guys. Always. ARrT. Okay, this shirt used to be a dress that I think I cut when I was a teenager. Okay? Teenager. Okay, so this red shirt that I cut to become this pirate shirt, this little winch cinch, okay, this skirt I think I got somewhere in, I think in Mendocino, used. I got this used, and of course my scarf, and of course my ankh, okay, of course, but yes, and of course my striped socks, y'all, okay, so yes. And today I did this interesting Spock brows, right? And I did some blue with this, so it gives it this purple look. So let's see what's going on here. Welcome to my show, The Divine Comedy. So anyways, who is this past person? Soulmate, or is this an ex returning? Be careful what you wish for. I don't say that. But this is somebody that you've known before, okay? This can be a lover. Now, the lover does not have to be from this lifetime, okay? They can be, for many of you guys, this can be a twin flame. I still have this, still burning over here. Is it burning through my, no? Okay. For many of you guys, it can be a twin flame, okay? This is a soulmate or a twin flame. The divine are celebrating, okay? And people are fighting on the physical form. They're trying to block it. Yeah, they're trying to keep you guys from each other. Because the stability of the divine union, they know, would cause instability for all of the toxic things out there. For all of the people that are running game. Tell us more about this Two of Cups and the Six of Cups, please. You could be victorious. Okay. Victory for ultimate love situations. Celebration, the Emperor. Okay, so the Emperor is organizing. So this person, now again, they don't have to be, but there is strong fire sign energy here, okay? Strong Aries and strong Leo. It can also be Sag, but strong Aries and Leo. Now there is a lot of cups, so there is water energy, water signs, okay? So tell us about this. What's going on? The Emperor is organizing a little party or a little celebration for you. A going away party? A going away party. He's organizing a going away party. Something bad happening? Why are you going away? You may be going away because you may be pregnant, okay? Or you may have a new idea or a new family, another family, okay? They may be taking you to a new house or a new place to start a new family. So maybe it's going away from this old life, from this old lifestyle. Yeah. They want to celebrate you. They're going to celebrate you. And they want to support all of your passions. Oh, you guys, this is really beautiful. Oh, the Lovers. This is someone that has been a very, very, because we have the Emperor and the Empress, okay? We have divine union, okay? We have the family, the Ten of Cups. We have the Lovers. We have the Two of Cups. We have the Six of Cups, okay? This could also be victory and finally walking away from the third party. From the need to fight. From the need to fight. From the chaos. Okay? Can also be that people that were trying to create a party or an event or something like this were all fighting and he's just over it. Just over it. Sick of hearing about it. It's driving him crazy. And he wants to take you somewhere else. Wants to take you somewhere else away from all these people. But this is, you know, for many of you guys, you can be going to a new house, a new home, a new country, a new city, a new location. Okay? For many of you guys, yeah. You're going away, you're starting new. For many of you guys, they may want to, you may be getting married, you may be getting proposed to, you may be having this wedding, and maybe what they want to do is take you on this trip where they propose and marry you. Yeah. Yeah. They want to take you everywhere. And I think that both of you guys have just been in this energy and ongoing, this like feeling like the wounded warrior from this mental construct of these third parties consistently causing these fights or these disruptions within the security framework and the unity. Yeah, and all these people that were working against masculine and feminine now, or creating any type of friction, they're going down. Okay, what is this message? These messages, yeah. For many of them, they keep trying to send magic spells, magic energy or spell works or whatever, and it's just backfiring. It's going right back to them. That's why we see this in reverse with the Magician on top of it after the Ten of Swords, okay? So anybody that's trying to put out this energy, it keeps going back. Like almost instantly, like very, very, very quickly. For some of them, there's people that are very sick. For some, there's people that could have passed away already. For many of them, it's people that they actually loved. Okay, so it can be one of their children, one of their families, one of their lovers actually is now very sick or experiencing this because they're putting out these bad spells, and it's coming back. It will come back to everyone they love, literally. You guys, don't fuck with that shit. Yeah. And it's coming back in a big way. For many of them, they're going to end up in jail or arrested. Okay? Again, the long arm of the law. Can you give us more clarity on this, please? They're going to have to pay. And I don't think that the ruling, the jury... So for many of you guys, okay, this can be very strong Libra energy, but for others, what's going on is like Divine Feminine is like, because she's so tapped in spiritually, she's basically like the judge, the jury, and the executioner, okay? That's what I'm getting. And anybody that's wronged anybody and anybody acting in this energy isn't going to get the pardon. They're going to get their head chopped off. They better figure out what they have to offer. Okay, for many feminine, masculine, they will be getting things that are returned to them that were rightfully taken or stolen. They will be getting those things returned to them for many of them. Okay, they will be getting messages in the mail. They will be getting, for many of you guys, you may be getting settlements. You may be getting unexpected money, property, vehicles. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, what is more messages? Okay, for many, they have been blocking, or like hijacking some type of communication. Is that what's going on? Okay, let's pull one of these. They may have been blocking some type of messages or emails or something like this. They've been blocking it, so that's going to be resolved, apparently. No need to fear. Remember how powerful you are. So yeah, exactly. Okay? You're powerful. That's what they keep forgetting. They keep trying to do all this weird stuff against you, but it's just not happening. It's not possible. Yeah, again, the Emperor in reverse. Okay, so when the Emperor is in reverse, that means, okay, my happiness is all of your misery. That means the truth is coming out, right? The happy family, the happy ending is happening, but that's from turning this other organization, this cult, these people, this group or whatever, that's from them walking away, not you. That's from turning their shit upside down. That's from their world's ending, from their actions that they took. And they can sit here and try to blame everything on you because they didn't take the accountability. Like, you kicked me out, you abandoned me, all this other stuff. No, they were given the choice. They chose this. They chose to play the victim instead of offer or worship the female. They chose to worship the devil, okay? They chose that. They chose to cause the fight and the problem. They chose to be the problem for feminine, to where she had to cut them off. Where they were trying to cause jealousy, they got cut off. They got cut off. Where they thought that they were doing work, where they thought that they were, where someone told them to do something that they thought was good, all they did is they lost this connection forever. Okay? They lost their outcome forever. They lost their, yeah, they lost their ability to be valued as this single person. Yeah, they have no more value. They've lost all their value. They're gonna have to go somewhere. So tell us, where is the good masculine and feminine going? Where are they going? Somewhere secret. Somewhere secret. They don't want anybody to know. They want to take you where nobody knows. Yeah. They don't want anybody else to be there. They want to celebrate with you by yourself. Okay? They want to take you somewhere special and talk about everything that needs to be done. They want to really have this passionate experience with you. Okay. And so all the other problems, do we have to worry about them? Wheel of Fortune and the Star. Okay. No, you don't have to worry about them. Hangman in reverse. Thanks for hanging on. Your order will be delivered momentarily. And when he comes back, here finally is the King of Cups in reverse with the Hierophant. Okay. When he comes back, he is no longer lacking this emotional intelligence. He's coming back in this higher level. He's coming back in this Emperor thing. He has beat all of the demons. He has figured it out. He's not being foolish. He's not acting on emotions. He's not hiding anything anymore, okay? He's put an end to a lot of these things. He's actually done the work, okay? Now he's going to be able to enter in this place, right? Where he's able to show you, where he's able to express his emotions, right? Where he's going to be able to feel safe. Where he wasn't able, and that was kind of like the ultimate factor, because the third party doesn't offer that to him. The karmic or whoever else, the friends or whatever else it is, they don't offer him the safety. They don't offer him that compassionate, nurturing understanding, okay? Where he thought before that the queen, that Queenie was more work because she was more strict about things, where they thought that that was the case. They actually realized that no, what is more work is the people that they're holding on to, that they thought were their buddies, that they needed to still work with, when they shouldn't have been working with them anymore, okay? That's what she was telling him. That's what she was telling them is, listen, it doesn't matter how long you work with somebody, how long you've known somebody. It doesn't matter if they make sense because you've been working with them all this time. It doesn't matter. You have to know when things come to an end. Know when to fold them, know when to hold them, know when to walk away. Maintain your strength, right? Your boundaries. Know when to quiet the beast. Know when something is being beastly, right? Yes. And when you know when to walk away, look at that. Happiness. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave you here. Yeah. So happiness and stability are going to be coming in. The masculine is going to be explaining why things maybe took so long or what's happening. They may need to explain, or they may need you to be a little bit flexible because you may be moving or going somewhere else, but they want you to understand that there's a reason, okay, and that everything is going to be, that this ending is for a new beginning, that there is regeneration, and even though it may take work, or even though something that you maybe thought that you wanted to do may take more work than you thought, and maybe the fates are redirecting you somewhere else, just remain poised, okay? Remain poised. Know that there is no need to fear, right? That we are built for this time to come to this space of conclusion. And remember how powerful you are, okay? No matter who you are, And as always, thank you for being here, for your likes, comments, for subscribing, for supporting my project. Go to the Gibson, go, anything that you can offer. $1 or 100 makes all the difference in the world to me. It shows me that you are actually reciprocating, that I'm being seen, that I'm being heard, and that you're energetically reciprocating the energy that I'm giving. So as always, I appreciate your patience, your love, your support, your presence, and your feedback. Infinite blessings, love, and light. If nobody told you today, you're doing great. I'm really proud of you. Keep going. You got this. And I love you. Ciao for now. Zoe out.